So I think Fuse School for Parents can be a really, really exciting a place. So there's three things that I really think it could bring to a parent. So the first is the capability that what we're going to try and do, but hopefully with recommendations from yourself, is to go and find great experts that we can learn from as parents. So I was lucky enough, for example, to go on to a workshop, a 2-day workshop, parenting workshop, where there was an amazing piece of knowledge, just one great piece of knowledge around the concept of love bombing. So I've got 3 extremely cute children, around 3 years old, twins that are 2 and a 3-year-old. And it was kind of obvious that for a few weeks, one of the twins, the youngest one, started to become a little bit more disconnected, started to cry a bit more often and be a lot more angsty than he used to be his happy self. And I kind of recognised with this love bombing technique that maybe I should try just bringing him out for half an hour every couple of days and just spending some really quality one-on-one time with him. And by doing that, it really transformed his character back to his happy, normal self. And now he's as confident as the other 3 and actually in the midst of it. So there's loads of little tips like that these great experts have that we're really keen to go and find that expertise and to share that and to allow every parent to benefit from that. The second thing I think is around, as parents, a network of parents to learn from each other. So I'm lucky enough to know some of the parents of my oldest child, of Alessandro, and they often give me some great little tips, like a great YouTube video here that teaches phonetics of language, or a great little app that can give you sanctuary for half an hour in the morning while they're learning maths or learn the basics of numbers. But we're really limited to just getting those tips and tricks from the parents that we know. So the idea here, I think, is to create that wider community. So we're learning from all those great tips and tricks that parents are bringing up, and we're learning from all of us in that global community. And the third point is, as we evolve Fuse School, and the content we have inside here around maths and English and chemistry, it becomes something that the parent and the child can learn together. So, chemistry wasn't one of my best subjects at school, mainly because it was on a Saturday. But the concepts inside Fuse School are really easy for anyone to pick up because of the way we taught them. So when I look forward into the future, I think it provides an amazing environment for me to continue to be bonded to my children as we learn those subjects of chemistry and maths and those subjects together. At the same time, when I'm not there, I'll be able to track the activities of my kids and to see how they progress, which I think is great to have that level of involvement in your child's education.
Matthew, can you give us a summary of why you went into teaching and what fascinates you about chemistry?
I've always had a love of science, and I've particularly enjoyed sharing that passion with other people and seeing other people come alive when they realise how science underpins the world that they live in. And that's why I went into teaching, is to enable other people to realise how important science is and just how much it affects the world that we live in.
Why did you want to participate in the chemistry journey and in the virtual school?
For me as a teacher, I believe that everybody should have access to good quality education, and that shouldn't be affected by the technology that's available to them or their funds. It really is a fundamental human right to have access to education resources. And when I heard about the virtual school and the fact that it is an open access platform, to me that ticked a lot of boxes, and I couldn't wait to be involved, so that's why I'm supporting it.
Why do you think people should learn about chemistry in the 21st century?
Well, just as a lot of science affects everyday life, chemistry is really, really important, particularly as we go forward, looking at the potential energy crises that can be affecting the world. But you only have to look at the clothes that you wear, all the materials around us, the whiteboard here, there's chemistry involved there, the way that the bonds fit together in the materials, the inks that are used on the board, the dyes that we use. But most importantly, fuel. How is that going to change as we move forward in the next 20, 30, 40 years? It really is going to be a big issue, and it's something that is going to affect everybody, no matter where you are on the world. Chemistry is going to affect the way that you go about your daily life.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a message for the learners of the virtual school?
For followers of the virtual school, I have one simple thing to say: enjoy it.
Fuse School is an easy way to study. When I have doubts about work in class, I can come home and search the topic I had difficulties with. It's a new way to study. Instead of reading books, I can watch videos. It's a more day-to-day way of studying, because usually I just watch videos on YouTube, so I can just search the topic I want and learn as well.